It's our Fab for 5 style challenge, and this week we are doing a Maximalist Capsule wardrobe. I am only going to be using 9 items of clothing for the entire week, so 5 days of outfits using literally just 3 bottoms, 3 tops and 3 layering pieces. Literally everything can mix and match, so the possibilities are pretty vast. So how do you come up with a Maximalist Capsule wardrobe? This is the tricky bit. So I am still using pattern, I'm still using texture, I'm still using colour. I am not going beige, I am not going neutrals, I am not going boring and plain. That ain't me. But it can absolutely be done with a more maximalist vibe. You just have to think about your colour palette. I've sort of thought about what I'm going to use, and I'm going for blues and reds, so navies and reds, because I have a lot of fun things in those. And obviously animal print, because as we know, leopard and other sort of natural coloured animal prints, they're a neutral, so they're perfect. So they add fun without it being boring and basic, but they will go with everything, so they are the perfect option for this. I am not limiting myself on shoes or accessories, because to me, that's just not who I am. You could totally do that too. Again, if you just make sure that they would work with all the outfits, you could do like a silver or gold theme, make sure it works with navies and reds, and then you'd be well away with that as well. This is also a really, really great way of packing for holidays if you're doing like city breaks, especially if you've got hand luggage and you can't take endless options. This is a great way of being able to make sure everything works together. You can just pull them out and go. So, with that in mind, I've gone for the reds and navies. I know that's a beautiful colour palette. You can go for contrasting colours. You can do like pinks and greens, go fabulously together. So you could do like a pink and green theme with it. Metallics are a great option to add in as well, because they go beautifully with most things. They are a more exciting neutral. But yeah, so 3 tops, 3 bottoms, 3 layering pieces. That is what I am going to choose. So I'm going to start with the bottoms, and I think it's a no-brainer considering I've already mentioned that we're going to be doing some animal print. And obviously we've got to get some sequins in here, haven't we? We're going for my leopard print trousers. We have got my gorgeous River Island sequin. These are what I call my happy pants, my leopard print trousers. They are fabulous. And I don't think anyone could call this boring and basic, could they? No. So that's where we're starting with our capsule wardrobe. So that's our first bottom. We'll hang those up. Second bottoms, we're going to do some skirts. You can do dresses in the capsule wardrobe, but I just think I think there's more versatility when you're doing tops, when you're doing separates, that you can separate around them with a dress. But dresses you can totally make work as well. Sticking with the navy theme, it's going to have to be, obviously, my gorgeous ASOS Froofy tutu, which I adore. Another little charity shop find that just heaven. I love the silhouette of it. It goes great with so many things. Navy is essentially a neutral. It's just a more exciting one than black, in my opinion. It doesn't kill colour like black does. And then my third and final bottoms is a gorgeous little vintage kilt I got off Vinted. Edinburgh Textile Co. one. I love the little hardware on it. It's a really gorgeous skirt, and it does have the added fun of that you can layer it over trousers if you're feeling extra adventurous as well. And so that is my third option. So as you can see, my bottoms, we've got a big froofy tutu skirt, sequin leopard print, and we've got tartan pattern there as well. Anything but boring for this capsule. Next up, tops. So we're keeping in the colour palette. My base sort of tops that I usually do are always, because I am going to still be layering in this wardrobe, always shirts. I usually like a men's shirt, so shirts, a mesh layer I also love, and high neck, especially this time of year. So that naturally helps me decide. I'm going to do one of each, and they are probably my firm favourite ones that I wear. First up, men's shirt, gorgeous navy striped one, again from charity shop. It's got huge deep cuffs, and I can use cufflinks on this, which I think is always really fun, because I think it's just a way of sneaking in a little bit of extra glam in it, really. And that's an M&S, just an M&S men's luxury one. High neck, it's going to be I've already said it, I'm going to do some animal print. So it's going to be my little tiger one. One of my favourite ones, one of my most worn ones. I'll pop that on a hanger. I'm going to run out. I need some more hangers really, one for each item, so I can show you the combinations. Hangers are always a bloody premium around here. That's my second sort of top option. And the third one, I think from the colour palette and the fact that I wear this one so much, and I've said mesh, you're going to again know what this one is. I'm going for my little H&M, really old, got it for like £3 in the sale, mesh tartan layer. He's going on a hanger hunt, hold on. Right, found some. So, mesh layer, again, it's adding more pattern in, but it's in the colour palette, and I know I'm mixing blacks and navies in here, doesn't bother me in the least. You can let go of that style rule, you can wear black and navy together. So I've got my 3 tops, my 3 bottoms, so now we're going to do the layering pieces, and this is where we can add a little bit of fun. Again, we're going to stick in the navy and the red colour palette. So we're going, obviously, for a little, one of my favourite options, layer with a little sweater vest. We are going, any guesses? Of course it is, Mr. Lobster. Another gorgeous little charity shop find, ASOS. Little lobster sweater vest. I love this so much. This is actually what I started my wardrobe around. Start with one piece that you love and sort of go off the colour palette for that if it helps. So this is the piece I started with. It's got the red, it's got the navy. I built my capsule wardrobe around this one. I wear it so much that I know lots of different ways to style it, so it was a great versatile piece to start with. So, gorgeous little sweater vest. It's going to be slightly warm this week, so we might not need a coat, as it were, but probably still want a little extra layer. So, going for my gorgeous shagadelic, because it adds so much fun and texture. Little faux fur urban mist gilet. I love this. It is just so bloody fun. And I think texture's a really important thing to add interest into an an outfit, especially if you're going to be doing limited pieces. A fun sort of standout statement piece really does add va-va-voom. So that's 2 of my layering pieces, and the last one, again, this is another statement piece. Definite added va-va-voom. Sticking with the red colour theme and adding in more pattern, we've got my little vintage blazer. This little made in France, I think, is it? Alouette, I think the brand is. But it has got the most gorgeous embroidery on it. Look at that, luscious. Always feels very, very like sort of decadent, this sort of fabric to me. And so that is my final layering piece. So there we go. I think I'm going to flip it actually this way. I think we can agree that that does not look boring, it does not look basic, it does not look neutral like a lot of people tell you have to be with a capsule wardrobe. There are lots of fun options here. We've got pattern, we've got texture, we've got colour. So these, literally, all of these will work together. All of these. So I'm not necessarily going to plan the exact outfits I'm going to wear because there are so many options. But we will have a little exploration and I will show you that they are going to work together, and then you'll have to see the proof in the pudding on the actual outfits. So I can start with my leopard trousers. Gorgeous. We can add in, we need a top to go into that, so add some more pattern. I'm going to go for navy striped shirt. You can see that works gorgeously together. Layering piece on top, we can go for lobster sweater vest. And that, you can see, works. It just works. We can swap out the lobster vest. Go for a different layering piece. We can go for faux fur shagadelic. It works. God, that's fun, isn't it? I just love that piece so much. We can go, again, swap out the jacket. We can add in the red embroidered jacket, and it works. I have got 3 different patterns there, but because you've got the neutral leopard and you've got the colour palette with the navy stripe, and I'm a firm believer that a stripe is basically a basic, it just matters that the colours sort of work together. It all works. That's 3 patterned item, and it works. With that, we can keep the shirt, put the trousers back. I can add in my big poofy skirt. Now you can also just change it up with how you style it. So you could have the shirt tucked in, add a belt to create a more defined silhouette. You can leave it untucked to make it look a bit more relaxed, a bit more casual. Even just the way you style the items will make a huge difference. I mean, I could add in one belt choice to use as well. I might do. Let's add in a belt. We'll have one belt for the week that I can use if I choose to use one. And I'm going to go for probably, again, I'm not going to go for a neutral coloured belt. I'm going to go for my fab burgundy snakeskin one. It's in the red colour palette. I know that works. So I can have that. Belt it like that, and then I can put my red embroidered jacket on top. It's going to work. I could put on the Shagadelic number. Fabulous! I can put on the lobster sweater vest. I can use the belt over the top so it's all cinched in together. I could take the belt off, have the shirt untucked, have the lobster. It all is going to work. Hang the belt on the end there. Skirt. Can add in my tartan mesh layer. Again, lobster, going to work perfectly. It is work, so I would have to consider having just a little layer underneath so it wasn't sheer with the bra, which is fair. That's just a practical thing, I think. And I don't think I wouldn't class it as cheating with the colder weather if I had like a little plain t-shirt or long sleeve top underneath my base layers for extra warmth, because I don't think that's part of the outfit. That's just like a thermal warmth layer, really. Although, as I said, it's supposed to be quite mild, so I might not need it this week. Anyway, back to it. I could have my jacket with it. If I kept the jacket done up, you probably wouldn't see too much of my chest, but, you know, again, just maybe pop a little vest underneath for that. I'm not going to count that as cheating with the 9 items, personally. But yeah, we could do that. You can add your Shagadelic number again. Let me put that one to the front so you can see it a bit more. All works. It all works together. There is not a single item I would not put together. And I know you're probably thinking, ooh, but would you do the leopard and the tiger because it's a bit... Absolutely, I would. Absolutely, that works. They have that colour story between them. They're both the sort of neutral animal print. That works. And also, because you're going to have a layered piece on top, it's going to break that up a little bit. So you've got the tank top on with it. That just breaks it up a little bit. Breaks it up in the middle and it just works. Ah, tartan skirt with the tiger. Works beautifully. Again, print on print. That all works. Chuck in your red blazer. Again, it all works together because it's got that colour story. It's got the red in the skirt and the red on the jacket, so it all just works well together. Add in your little Shagadelic number. There are so many combinations, even though we have got pattern and we have got colour, because we have thought about our colour palette before we've started building it, it all just works. So there we go. That is my little maximalist minimal capsule wardrobe for the upcoming week. I'll be doing 5 outfits from here. Probably one of the options I showed you, but I said you can mix and match so many of these that you could probably last weeks without doing the exact same combo. Perfect for if you have busy work life and you want a little mini wardrobe you can just pull from without thinking. Great if you're going away on holiday and you've got limited luggage and you just need something that's going to work but still feel fun. Capsule wardrobes do not have to be neutrals. They do not have to be boring. They should work for you. They should fit your style. It is possible. It is completely possible to do that. So don't be put off when people say that you need to have a beige trench coat, a white t-shirt, a pair of jeans. You don't. Make it work for you. This is literally 9 items and I'm going to have so many options with this and I'm really excited to do it. Do it, give it a go yourself, see what you can come up with. Think about the colour relationships. Think about how that's all going to work together. It really isn't as scary as it sounds, I promise. So that is my Fab 5 outfit planning done. A little bit different this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you want any more other videos on sort of building capsule wardrobes, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just give me a shout. And I'll see you back here next week, the same time, for our new challenge.